Very carefully. I mean, I've been doing it for a long time, because even what people don't understand is that even when I was an executive at the studio, I was at Sony for about 10 years and been a producer for a couple of years. No matter what role you're in, you're always pitching at some point in time. Many times, as a studio executive, you have to pitch your boss, and now as a producer, you have to pitch, other executives and people to kind of get invested in your project. So, I try to keep it concise. I try to hit the high points and really know what the point of my pitch is. And understanding where I'm trying to end up informs every decision along the way. But I do agree that you do learn a lot about how to pitch by hearing so many pitches. I mean, over the years, we're talking hundreds and hundreds of pitches. So, to a certain degree, I can hear a pitch and know in a minute, like, this is gonna be good or it's gonna be bad. So the nervous part is like, okay, how do I get out of this when I know the pitch is not gonna be something I wanna do? At the end of the day, a good pitch is about a good story. And so that is universal no matter what genre you're in. Whether you're making an action film or a horror film or somewhere in between, you still want to hear a good story. Yeah. So the standard doesn't get lowered, for the type of films that I'm doing. As a matter of fact, the standard is even higher, because most of these films tend to be dramas. So most dramas, you don't have a scare you can rely on. You don't have, a joke you can cut to. You got to really make sure that story can work and hold the screen for close to 2 hours. And so I'm always listening for that. What's the story? What's the emotional connection? Who are the characters? What's the conflict? And when the resolution comes about, do I cry? Do I cheer? What's that thing? And so for me, the standard's still the same. It's about finding good stories with great characters. There's not been a movie that I was on where I heard a pitch as an executive and then the movie got made and it was like, oh, that's better. I mean, actually some movies that got made, that I ended up working on, I remember when we heard the pitch, it was like, this is not gonna be good. And when the movie came out, it wasn't good. So, sometimes movies get made for a variety of reasons. And as a producer, the pitches that I've set up that have actually, made it to screen, the movie has pretty much been as good as the pitch was. So the initial, seed of the pitch is really important. It's very hard to make it something different than what it actually is, or even make it better than what it is.